Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. If you feel safer at night than during the day, it's not a quirk, it's a wiring in your brain that most people will never understand. And this wiring isn't weak, it's not broken. It's a survival mechanism older than skyscrapers, older than cities, older than civilizations themselves. Most people believe darkness equals danger. They see night as a time to hide, to fear, to rush home. But for you, for the people who feel a strange safety in the shadows, the opposite is true. Night feels like a shield. It feels like freedom. And here's the thing, society calls it odd, but your brain calls it logic. Your relationships, your habits, your sense of control, all of it is influenced by this hidden psychological pattern. Psychologists call it nocturnal comfort bias, and it's tied to deep evolutionary roots, neurochemicals, and the way your brain responds to stimulation and threat. If you've ever felt restless during the day, anxious among crowds, hyper-aware of noise, lights, movement, then the night is your sanctuary. And there's a reason why. Because while everyone else feels exposed under the sun, you thrive in the shadows. But here's where it gets even stranger. The reason night feels safe isn't just cultural, it's biological. And it's not a random preference, it's a survival hack written into your DNA. The dark truth, you're hardwired for night. Here's the uncomfortable fact. Your brain isn't lying, it's protecting you. During daylight, your amygdala, the part of the brain that scans for threats, is constantly active. It's watching faces, movements, subtle changes in expression. It's evaluating risk, predicting danger, and measuring social pressure. And for some people, this system is hyper-alert. That hyper-alert state is exhausting. It's like running a mental marathon every hour you're awake. Every glance, every sound, every light reflection becomes a potential threat. It's not paranoia, it's heightened vigilance. But at night, your environment changes. There's less sensory input, fewer people, fewer unexpected events, fewer social demands. Your prefrontal cortex, which manages decision-making, planning, and emotional regulation, finally gets a break. Your mind doesn't have to evaluate every risk, every potential social misstep, every environmental threat. And suddenly, the night feels safe. It's not that the world is safer at night. It's that your brain finally stops working overtime. That stillness, that darkness, it's rest. The neurochemistry behind night comfort. This feeling of night safety is deeply chemical. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is higher in daylight hours. For highly sensitive brains, this spike magnifies anxiety, social pressure, and risk perception. Melatonin, which rises at night, signals safety and rest. It calms the nervous system, dampens the amygdala activity, and encourages a sense of peace. Dopamine, the reward chemical, reacts differently at night. Social stimuli that felt exhausting during the day suddenly feel manageable or even rewarding. Put simply, your body is designed to thrive in the night when stimulation decreases and your nervous system can recalibrate. And here's the kicker, you're not alone. Anthropologists estimate that a significant portion of humans throughout history were more active at night, not day. Darkness was a weapon. Thousands of years ago, humans weren't office-bound. They weren't trapped in fluorescent lights or commuting in cars. Survival depended on strategic timing. Some humans were daytime hunters, visible, dominant, relying on social hierarchy and physical prowess. Others were nighttime observers, watching, analyzing, gathering intelligence, avoiding confrontation, and exploiting darkness to stay alive. For these people, night wasn't scary, it was power, it was strategy. If you feel safer at night, you're tapping into that ancient evolutionary wiring. Your mind is following a survival blueprint older than cities, older than war, older than civilization itself. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. This nocturnal comfort has psychological trade-offs. While night safety gives you clarity, it can isolate you. It can make social interaction during the day draining. It can make sunlight, crowds, and noise feel like a storm you weren't built for. Your personality isn't broken. In fact, psychology calls it sensory processing sensitivity, the trait of noticing subtle environmental details and responding more deeply to stimuli. People with high SPS are more attuned to danger, more cautious, and more aware, but they pay for it with fatigue, anxiety, and social exhaustion. And daylight? Overload. Night? Relief.
Here's what's happening. During the day, your amygdala is hyperactive, scanning for threats. Your prefrontal cortex is overworked, managing social nuances and decisions. Cortisol keeps your body on edge. During the night, melatonin rises, calming your nervous system. Your brain can filter out unnecessary social input. The shadows hide you, reduce risk perception, and allow freedom of movement. It's not about fear, it's about efficiency. Your brain knows when and where it can perform optimally. Humans who feel safer at night have a nocturnal advantage, clarity, calm, and focus that daylight simply cannot provide. Your comfort in the night also ties to internal validation. Most people gauge safety and confidence externally, how others perceive them, how crowded or bright the environment is, how visible they are. You, however, derive security internally. You trust your perception, your preparation, and your environment analysis over social norms. This is why darkness feels empowering rather than threatening. You don't rely on the safety of the crowd because your mind has already accounted for risk. Openness to experience. Interestingly, many people drawn to nighttime activity score high on openness to experience. The night is uncertain, unstructured, and unconventional. It's creative, introspective, and mysterious. People who thrive at night often engage in reflective thinking, solve complex problems in solitude, explore alternative ways of living and perceiving. And this isn't lazy or strange. It's a brain optimized for depth and strategy. Here's the truth you've been avoiding. Your comfort at night is a superpower disguised as weirdness. While others are exhausted by sunlight, traffic, noise, and social obligations, you're calm, focused, and clear. The night doesn't trap you. The day traps others. And the world desperately needs people who can think, plan, and act in conditions others avoid. The psychological advantage. Feeling safer at night has practical implications. Decision-making. With reduced stimulation, your brain can weigh options without distraction. Creativity. Nighttime reduces conformity pressures. You can explore ideas others dismiss. Autonomy. Solitude allows self-reliance, critical thinking, and self-trust. Even historically, some of the greatest thinkers, artists, and inventors preferred night. Nikola Tesla, Franz Kafka, and countless others found clarity in darkness. Your brain isn't flawed, it's optimized differently. If you want to leverage this nocturnal wiring, start with structured solitude. Carve out night hours for reflection, strategy, or deep work. Minimize unnecessary daytime obligations that drain your amygdala. Respect your circadian rhythm instead of forcing yourself into conventional daylight patterns. Here's the mental trick that actually works. Treat the night as your operational advantage, not a limitation. You don't have to hide. You don't have to feel ashamed. You're accessing a different mode of human functioning, one built for awareness, creativity, and calm. Embrace quiet streets, dimly lit rooms, and uninterrupted time. Use low light or candlelight if it helps you focus. Avoid overstimulating environments during daylight. Protect your energy. Your brain is giving you a map. Night equals control, safety, and clarity. Follow it, and you unlock a perspective most people will never experience. So if you feel safer at night than during the day, remember this. It doesn't mean you're weird. It doesn't mean you're antisocial.
It doesn't mean you're weak. It means your brain is optimized differently. You're a strategic observer, a thinker, a planner, a survivor, a human designed to thrive when others are distracted. If this resonated with you, share your experience in the comments. Do you feel alive in darkness? Do crowds drain you? Does silence energize you? Understanding yourself is not a limitation, it's a superpower, and the night, it's your domain.